Buying sphagnum moss can be expensive, especially when you have a lot of Nepenthes to repot. Some growers maintain that coconut coir or coconut peat can be a good alternative for Nepenthes. But are they right, and is the plant growing perfectly or just surviving in it? Let's do a test. Hi, my name is Remy, and on this channel I explain you everything I know about how to grow Nepenthes, these tropical carnivorous plants, on a windowsill. Last July I couldn't find sphagnum moss at a decent price. Everything was super expensive and most of the websites were out of stock or really selling really expensive stuff. So I decided to try an alternative for the Nepenthes. A lot of Asian growers grow their plants on Coco Coir or coconut peat. I decided to try. So I bought some, and I will show you how I clean this coconut peat, because again, cocoa have a bad reputation. Usually coconuts grow around the sea, and the salts could enter this coco peat and get really salty, and that's mineral. That's exactly what you don't want for your carnivorous plants, to not poison them. So I decided to still clean it, and I will show you how I did that. So that's the Coco Coir from Holland Basic. It's 10 liters, so that's a good size, and then we will see the spec. So high quality, pH, so everything is okay, sounds okay here. And here is the information about the ppm. It's supposed to be very low ppm. Let's check that actually. So here is some clean water. We'll still test it. So that's 7 ppm, so that's quite pure. 8, let's say 8. And this is how looks like the coco peat when it's dry. So it's kind of grainy, still a little bit humid, but you see it's kind of a peat, more grainy. And we will see some fiber on it. You see this kind of hairs. That's really the fiber of the cocoa. Okay, let's put this in water. So it's really soluble, really interesting. It's almost melts in the water. So that will compact quite a lot actually. It's gonna be really like mud. So now it's time to filter it. So again, I use the same curtain, and I will just try to get the most clean water out of it. On the left, that's regular peat moss. On the right, that's the coco peat. So the particles are really thinner than regular peat, so it really grows through the curtain quite easily. That's why it's darker. On the left, regular peat, quite clear. On the right, coco peat, kind of brownish. So now it's time to filter it again using an old t-shirt. Now everything has been filtered twice. So now it's time to test the ppm. So again, on the left, regular peat, 137 ppm. So now let's try the coco peat. Wow, 100 ppm more. That's a lot. So I will clean it, wash it one more time, and we will see. So we were in July, and I took all this coco coir on my backyard and used kind of a curtain to filter it. So nothing really complex here, we just put all the substrate on it, and then we will wash it just with the regular tap water. So yes, most of this cocoa will just go through and you will lose some, so you will have less than these 10 liters, but better safe than sorry. And just after, I let everything stay in rainwater, so that's something like 50 ppm, so that's quite clean water. And then you just let it dry. So at this point, I tested the ppm and it was the same as regular peat moss, so that's safe for plant. So beginning of July, I decided to repot it, but as it's really thin, it will compact quite a lot, so I need way more drainage. So 1 part of coco peat, then 2 parts of perlite, and then 2 parts on orchid barks. So as you see, a lot of drainage, the coco peat retains a lot of moisture, and it's compacting quite easily, so I really need the roots to have space and air, so a lot of drainage again. End of July, a month after, that's where I filmed that. The plant was okay. I had a lot of hope for everything, and then nothing, no picture. So it was 7 months ago. Some of you will wonder why I never talk about it. Well, I was ashamed because when I did this reporting for my plant, just after all the picture shut down, the plant stopped growing, it was very bad, so I was ashamed about what I did. Then 2 months from that, the plant recovered and started picturing again. So I will show you now how it looks like. So here is the plant right now. Again, all the picture stopped. All the leaves since this repotting didn't give a single picture, not even a decent embryo. So that was kind of sad. At some point, I had almost a tendril and an embryo, but no, it was clearly not happy. And then I had this leaf growing better, kind of a leaf jump, and then almost an embryo. But again, it stopped. And then the next leaf was even better, but look at what it gave me. Look at that. So it starts really big and growing. It was beautiful. Then it opened. The lid is perfectly formed, almost. Great color. The stripes are absolutely gorgeous. Even the color of the body, that's beautiful. And even the peristome, it's getting redder now. And I heard that it will be fully red later, but for now it's beautiful. Look at the size of this picture. That's absolutely incredible, especially since I had nothing for the last 7 months. So I'm really quite happy. Yeah, I have no word for that. Perfectly formed. Really incredible. Going from no picture to this, I have to understand why. So let's go check the data of the windowsill. Maybe we'll understand something. So that's the 7 last months since the repotting. So July was really normal, regular summertime. Then August hit. So it was a big heat wave. It was like 33 Celsius, so it's 92 Fahrenheit during the day, and during the night it was 17 Celsius, which is 63 Fahrenheit. Here is the time where it was more than 27 Celsius, so it's 80 Fahrenheit. So as you see, a full month with a lot of heat during the day and even the night. So here is October, but in December it was really gray, and you see here that it was most likely never having a big difference between the day temperature and the night temperature, because it was gray. Here is the difference between a sunny day and a gray day. You see, there is absolutely no heat during the middle of the day. So all these data come from the sensor push that is here, and I also think that the new light really helped. Because it's been really gray outside lately. Again, it's winter, obviously, but even for winter here in Manitoba, it's really cloudy. Usually it's pure sun and really cold, but now it's less cold, but always cloudy. So the plants don't like it because, again, less energy. So yes, Coco Peat or Coco Coir, I don't know how to spell that actually, is a good alternative. You have to rinse it, even if they said it's triple rinsed. I would still recommend to do it. It's a pain to do it, it's messy, but you know, when you don't have sphagnum moss where you live or it's too expensive, that could be a very good alternative if it's really well drained. So do you use Coco Peat at home for your Nepenthes? If yes, can you give me a comment and let me know how it went? Do you like it or not actually? So until next time, happy growing!